Howdy, Ford here for a quick little vlog. If I turn that light on, it casts, because of the way the camera's set up right now, it casts a gnarly light shadow on everything. So every time I pick, it gives it a flashing effect. And I know a lot of you freaks out there, can't handle that. So I turned it off for this moment. You'll notice that other guitar up there. It is the skinny sister to this one. These are both GJ2 habanero pickup Telecasters. They look just like that. It's got a P90 up top, and the usual. It's a really hot pickup in the bridge. But I know that one. I think they're both habaneros, but I don't know. The P90 just sounds excellent. And the difference between these two guitars is real simple. This one weighs 10 pounds. That one weighs 6.5. So, oddly, this 10-pounder has been my favorite throughout since I've owned them. These are not American made. These are Indo made, designed in the USA by Grover Jackson. There's, I think there's a made in Indonesia. I don't know where the hell it was made, but these are cool guitars. You cannot find them anymore. New, you can find them online used, but this is a Grover Jackson guitar, the GJ2. He's no longer in business. He's got his, I don't know what he's calling it now. He used to build Jackson guitars, Jackson Charvel Jackson. Anyway, he went to GJ2, and then he started building guitars for Friedman Guitars for a while, and then he moved to like Tennessee and started up his own gig there. Anyway, this is one of those guitars. It's an Indo-made guitar. It's not handmade by Grover Jackson, although that would be a really cool fucking guitar to have. It's just your basics, man. It's got a one piece neck. I believe that is a actual rosewood fretboard. Locking Grover tuners. The habanero pickups, P90, and then the single coil. And it is just a fabulous heavy guitar. What was I playing earlier? as you can hear, it sounds really good. Um, I love that P90 in the neck. They're, like I said, they're called habaneros. Um, I can't remember what this model is called, but yeah, this is a heavy Telecaster. Heavy Telecaster. That one sounds a little thinner. This one sounds like it's got some beefy balls. So yeah, there you go. Um, and I thought it fitting to go with that skull. I can't tell you what the design concept is for that skull, but I will tell you the two GJ2s will work beautiful. But also, I wanted to mention in the pictures, you notice the guitars are really fucking close to the headboard. And I can't move anything without screwing the design up. So to solve this problem, I moved I moved the bed frame, the whole bed, about 6 inches out, and there's now a little table behind the headboard, and I just got to figure out what I want to put on it. But yeah, I was like, man, I have to solve this problem, and it's gonna look funky if I move everything over. So yeah, I just bought a little like console table that goes directly behind the headboard. And yes, I put foam on the console table for it against the wall and the headboard so it doesn't, make that problem when you're, doing the deed. But yeah, I thought I'd throw that out there, man. I thought that was a really cool idea I came up with. So that way I can set shit on there, have a shelf, I was like, yeah, put another guitar there. So anyway, it's been a busy day. I'm really tired. I went through every fucking guitar case I have. I came up with 50 guitars. The plan was I was going to part ways with 50 guitars. 50 guitars that I don't play. And I was able to come up with 50 fucking guitars. Quite a few of them were lower end, like Squires. I would say Michael Kelly's, man, but some of those are going for $750 to $1,000 now. I got two of those. The white limbo one, I can't stand that one. Anyway, so I found 50 guitars, and I sent them over to that guy that wants to buy the whole lot. We'll see what he has to say. Gives me a price and all that. But I got done and I counted like 48, right? 45 or 48. And I forgot about the two hanging on the wall that I wanted to get rid of, which was a Charvel. I really didn't care for it much. It looked really good hanging on the wall. It was in Pharaoh's gold, and it had the Seymour Duncan humbucker or hot single coil pickup set, but it had the Goto trem, and I really wasn't a fan of the Goto trem. I'm a Floyd Rose, an Ibanez, or a Wilkinson trem guy. Goto I never really liked. I'm gonna have some asshole go, well, it's the same as a Wilkinson. I don't understand why I didn't like it. So I grabbed that one, and I remembered I had a Epiphone Classic Gold Top I bought a long time ago. Never really liked the guitar. And so I took those two down to the Guitar Center down the road, sold those off today. Beautiful deal. So I hit my 50 mark or really close to it. And I got room finally. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many guitars I had, but my initial number of 100 was wrong. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I So that's done, and we'll deal with that when it comes to it. He'll give me a price, and we'll go from there. There's quite a few really. They're all fucking mint, you know. Um, I'd get a really good deal on them or something, and I do a demo. Oh, the lower end ones I would get and do a demo for a customer. I'm really good at taking shitty guitars, or not shitty guitars, but low end guitars, and making them sound really good. Like it's a, a $1,000, $1,500 Ibanez. Like it's a Prestige. I'm really good. That's how come I have so many Squires, and Michael Kelly's, and the lower end of the spectrum of guitars. I would do the demo videos and the demo songs for them, and they would, in return, I'd get to keep the guitar and whatever piece of gear I wanted in exchange. Um, but I got a lot of guitars like that, and so those were on the list. And um, but yeah, I'll buy a guitar. Usually, I'll find it at a really good price. I'll pick it up. And I'm doing it mail order, and I don't get to play it first. Especially a lot of these LTDs and a few of the Ibanez's, man. The local guitar center, local guitar shops don't have the guitars I have. So I'd have to order it online, and then it'd get here, and I'd play it for a little while. I wouldn't even take the stickers off. I wouldn't take the hang tags off. I'd just play it for a while. And if I grooved with it, it went into rotation. If I didn't groove with it, it went into a gig bag and sat in the fucking corner for a while. And so I pretty much have my stable of guitars now that I enjoy. I play. The GJ2s, I just found them, so I get to go back to playing those a lot. So that's where I'm at with my guitar collection, so to speak. But yeah, I had a lot of fucking guitars, man. And I wasn't, when I take it to Guitar Center, I wasn't really losing any money on the deal, but I wasn't really making any money on the deal. I was kind of breaking even on the whole thing. So it worked out. But the guys down at my local Guitar Center, great guys. Never had a problem with any of them. Seemed like good dudes. But yeah. So I got rid of the Epiphone Classic Gold Top, which I never liked because the back, you could tell, was painted on. The wood grain on the back was painted on. That always bothered me. If I'm gonna have a guitar, I don't want anything unnatural on it. Like the gold top paint, yeah, I get it. But if you're painting grain on the back of the guitar, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, I do have quite a few that I set aside. Lower end guitars I'm gonna donate this year for Christmas to the local school, for anyone who's looking to, some kid who needs a guitar. I have quite a few lower end guitars like that I plan on giving out. So yeah, man, it all worked out. I got some room. I got room in the studio now. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trudging along like I have been and go from there. Crypto. They approved a budget bill. Hold on, let me check something here real fast. In the House and the Senate. I don't know if Trump has signed it yet. Let's find out. How long is this budget bill for? When does new budget bill expire? January 30th, man. It just sounds like a continuing resolution, but they threw some shit in. God, man, the U.S. government is such piles of shit. They got one job. They got one fucking job. And, they can't even fucking do that. But goddamn it, they can go on vacation for 2 fucking months and get paid for it. Here's what I'm going to tell you, because this is what I'm doing. There's a little, minute spike going up today in the crypto. It wasn't anything that got my dick hard. Okay. So I'm just kind of watching. I can buy in at any time, just like you can buy in at any time. Yeah, the whole idea is, well, you want to buy it at the lowest and sell it at the highest. But with everything that's been going on the last year, and then the budget bill crisis, the government shutdown, there's just too much volatility in everything for me to make a guess. I want to be able to say it's going to be a sure thing before I do anything or say anything. So I'm just kind of watching, seeing where it's going. I have my usual stable of coins that I always buy. And I'm not going to lose any sleep if I can't buy as many as I wanted to, or if I didn't buy it at the drop dead lowest price. And right now, that is because of where everything is at and the government and everything that goes along with it. But if you are going to invest into crypto right now, going back to the old school days, man. Alexa, turn on 1.
Okay.
Go into the yellow outhouse. Alexa, turn off 1.
Okay.
And use extreme caution. Okay? That's all I can say. Just use extreme caution. Because you never know when the next batch of bad news is going to come from the U.S. government. Okay? With that said, Cujo's doing great. She is flourishing here at the house. She doesn't seem to be as scared as she was out on the truck. This is her home. Here's an example. The fucktards at AT&T came banging on my door a couple of days ago. And even though I have multiple no solicitor signs, they still bang on my fucking door, right? And I go and I check it out, figure out if they're fucking legit or if they're, casing the place. And Cujo there just runs up, just starts ripping their heads off, barking. And they left. And when they left, I went back in and sat down and watched a little bit more TV. And she is sitting there on the floor in front of me, just beady-eyed on the front door. And I was like, wow, this is her home, man. And she protects anything that is here. So I thought that was kind of interesting. She didn't have that attitude in the truck. In the truck, it was more like, when's the next time you're going to feed me? Get me the fuck out of here. Oh, you're going to go inside the truck stop. I'm going with you type of deal. So, yeah, I think she flourishes better here. But I don't know what else I wanted to talk about, man. I'm tired as fuck. Tired as fuck. Oh, and those of you, I'm not a neat freak, but I like things a little bit organized. I bought all those new dishes, put them in, posted pictures to the blog at roach.es, roach.es. And posted pictures of what I'm doing, posting pictures of food I'm making and tonight was junk drawer time, right? I got to take care of the junk drawers. There's 2 of them. I got to take care of them, man. So I'm trying to figure that this is a couple of days ago. I was trying to figure out the name of this little product that I had that you put all your screws and your bolts and your little leftover pieces from furniture you put together. Couldn't find it anywhere. It's called what's it called? Cle- I Jesus Christ! Now I can't even think of it. ROACH.ES. It's the red hat guy, and it says "fuck off." That's me. Um, they're called Viewtainers. Just little round things with two rubber ends. One of them has a slit in it, so you can slide shit in. And those things, man, they just wiped out both of those junk drawers. Go take a look at the pictures, man. These things are fucking awesome, especially for a man's junk drawer. Two of them. So yeah, check out those Viewtainers, man, and check out my organizational skills in the junk drawers. I mean, I threw away so many fucking batteries. I threw away so many lifesavers. I found a whole bunch of pictures of the kids when they were, in grade school. Hell, I even found a picture of both my niece and nephew when they were in school. This was all in the junk drawer. So, yeah, man. That was the highlight of my night because I was laughing and giggling and looking at the pictures, going, "Oh, look at them! They're so cute," And so yeah, I like I said when the old lady left, you know, um, I'm gonna get this place into a place I call home, and slowly but surely I'm doing it. Problem is she won't come pick up her shit. So I'm trying to figure out how to make the place my own and box up her shit, but I don't know where to put her shit. Um, if it was up to me, I would just throw it all in a fucking U-Haul, go dump it on her front fucking driveway, and be done. But, I can't do that. So, when I get to a point that I got to deal with her shit, I make sure I got plenty of boxes. This time it happened to be Amazon boxes. And load her shit in there. And now I got this dilemma. I got a mess because I can't figure out where to put her shit. So that's my dilemma at the moment. But slowly and surely, the house is becoming a home again. Like I said, man, I've told her multiple times, of course with no reply because I'm the evil one, and I don't deserve a reply. With other bullshit psychological psychotherapist bullshit to go along with it, but I've been telling her, hey man, if you stop smoking dope and figured out what was your issue with your back or whatever the reason you're self-medicating for, we could probably work something out with a shitload of marriage therapy. Because, I'm not innocent in this deal, man. I've, married to her for 32 years, something like that. 31, 32 years. I'm just as guilty as she is, but, I hit the wall when, her dope usage was far exceeding normal. And that's when the shit hit the fan. And, I was been thinking about this. I've been racking my brain, and you can, in my mental picture, I can see the arc. I can see the arc from when she wasn't, smoking legal weed or vaping weed, up to where she was super paranoid, to where she was obviously self-medicating for something. You can see that arc. And I was going, God damn it. Maybe things would have been different if I would have caught this earlier, but I didn't. And, it takes two to tango. I can be a monster asshole, especially the day before I had to go back out on the road, oh man, I could be a monster prick. But uh, it takes two to tango. She's not the only one at fault here. I'm just as guilty as she is. The only difference is I'm not self-medicating with marijuana or vaping with marijuana to self-medicate. There's a lot of issues, man. Fuck, we were married for 31, 32 years, man. We were together longer than that. But, I'm just going to ride it out, see where it goes. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I'm not going to go chase her down. I'm not going to do any of that, man. If she wants me to know where she's at, she'll let me know. Just like if the kids want to call me, they know my number. I will gladly answer the phone to any of them anytime. But we'll just ride it out, see how it goes. I got plenty of time, man. I'm not going to die for at least another 60, 70 years. So I'm golden, man. I said I would never make it past 27. Look at me now. But that's the divorce diary. There we go. We'll call it a divorce diary. The only difference is I'm not going to really get into detail, and I'm not going to bring up any psychological bullshit, and I'm not going to say, well, if I stop talking to him, no, I'm not going to do any of that shit. I'm here. They know where I'm at. They know my number. They know how to get a hold of me. That's that. I'm not going to chase after people that don't want me in their lives. And right now, I don't want them in my life. So, it's working out. But I will always, doesn't matter how I feel, I will always accept their call, and they're always welcome back in the house. So, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, fuck, my arms, shoulder hurts. All right, I don't know. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't fucking remember. So I'm going to put GJ2 10-pounder back up, and I'm going to go to bed, man, because I start work here pretty soon at the new job. So, and I'm glad I did, man, because that FedEx gig, that was it. That's what I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about where I'm working at now, but I will talk about the other job that I turned down yesterday or day before that. I can't remember. I turned it down. Anyways, I got a text saying we need this, and this to get your background check cleared. I'm going, I already gave you that information, and I received an email from the people doing the background check that my background check was complete. So why do you need this info? And I just got a bunch of, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, okay, that was my point right there. I said, okay, I'm done. The reason I left Crete, well, one of the reasons was that same issue. The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, all while they're both jerking the same dick. Okay, it doesn't compute for me, and so that just about fucking. I said, nope, I'm done. Okay, thank you for my text back to them was thank you for the opportunity to verify to come work for you. But I just left a company that did that. So I don't want to go back into the situation that I just left. And this morning I got a text saying, well, it's not like that. You don't understand. I was like, no, I completely understand. I appreciate the offer. I'm going to back out. So, but at least I know if I ever want to drive for FedEx, I have the background check. Anyway, that's where I'm at. be careful out there, you people looking for a new job. Most of all, you new drivers, man, I don't think you know what the fuck you got yourselves into. All right, this is Ford Fender. Later.